Welcome back today, friend. Let's dive into a story that's not just about a coin. It's about a piece of American history you could be carrying in your pocket right now without even knowing it. Yes, I'm talking about the legendary 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial quarter. At first glance, it might seem like just another old quarter, but believe me, this small, shiny piece of metal carries tales of freedom, celebration, mystery, and collector's gold. And today, we're going to uncover everything about it. Its value, history, where it traveled, the myths surrounding it, and how you might be one of the lucky few to stumble upon a true collector's gem. Whenever you pick up a quarter and spot the dual date 1776 to 1976, pause for a moment. That little coin isn't just currency. It's a relic from America's 200th birthday celebration. Back in the mid-70s, America was gearing up for its bicentennial, 200 years of independence from British rule. And what better way to mark the occasion than by redesigning one of the country's most circulated coins? Enter the bicentennial quarter. Now, the obverse side, or the front, of the coin still carries the familiar face of George Washington, as it has since 1932. But flip it over, and that's where the magic happens. On the reverse, you'll see an image of a colonial drummer boy with a victory torch placed to the left. This wasn't just random artwork. The colonial drummer represents the call to arms and the rallying spirit of the Revolutionary War, while the victory torch signifies America's resilience and triumph. But did you know this design was selected through a national contest? That's right. Over 900 artists submitted their designs, and the winner was Jack L. AHR, whose colonial drummer boy became an iconic symbol of the bicentennial celebrations. The coin quickly became a collector's favorite. Now let's talk minting. The bicentennial quarter was produced between 1975 and 1976, and unlike regular quarters, it carries both years, 1776 to 1976, instead of a single year. It was minted in 3 places: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you look closely, you'll notice a tiny mint mark next to Washington's ponytail. No letter means Philadelphia. A D means Denver, and an S stands for San Francisco. Here's where it gets interesting for collectors. While hundreds of millions of these quarters were made for circulation, San Francisco also produced proof versions and special 40% silver collector's editions. These silver quarters were never meant for everyday use. They were designed for collectors, and they fetch a much higher price today. Let's break down the value. A regular, circulated bicentennial quarter isn't typically worth much over its face value. Maybe $1 or $2 if it's in great shape. But the proof versions and silver quarters can be worth anywhere between $10 to over $300, depending on their condition and rarity. And if you come across one of those rare error coins, like double strikes, off-center minting, or double die errors, you might be sitting on a gold mine worth thousands of dollars. Speaking of geography, these quarters traveled everywhere. From big cities like New York and Los Angeles to small towns in Montana and Georgia, the bicentennial quarter was in everyone's pocket during America's 200th birthday. They were used to buy soda, candy, payphones, and gas. School teachers even used them as teaching tools when explaining the Revolutionary War and American independence. And while many of these coins stayed in circulation, countless others were tucked away in jars, drawers, and albums by people who realized their historical significance. Some families passed them down through generations, and to this day, people still dig through old piggy banks hoping to find one. Now here's a fun myth. Rumor has it that some of these quarters were secretly minted with errors that were never meant to leave the U.S. Mint. Stories swirl about rare variations with missing mint marks or coins struck on planchets meant for other denominations. While officially unconfirmed, collectors around the world remain on the lookout for such anomalies. Another fascinating fact, the dash in the date 1776 to 1976 isn't just a separator. It symbolizes the 200-year journey of America's independence, a silent tribute to the generations that fought for and preserved the nation's freedom. And if you love design details, here's something for you. Take a good look at the drummer boy. Notice the colonial-style hat, the detail in the drumsticks, the facial features, and the flag-inspired drum. Even the tiny victory torch to the left was intentionally placed to remind everyone of the country's hard-won liberty. For serious collectors, the San Francisco proof silver quarters remain the most prized. Only a limited number were made, and those still in pristine, untouched condition can command jaw-dropping prices at auctions and collector shows. Some have fetched up to $10,000 in perfect mint state. What's more, these quarters mark a turning point in U.S. coinage history. After the Bicentennial celebration, quarters went back to their traditional eagle-on-the-back design, making the drummer boy a one-time-only national icon. Even internationally, the Bicentennial quarter has found fame. Collectors from countries like Canada, the UK, Australia, and even the Philippines have shown keen interest in acquiring these coins. Their unique history and one-of-a-kind design give them universal appeal. And here's a little collector's tip. If you ever find a Bicentennial quarter in uncirculated or proof condition, hold on to it. Check for those mint marks and look for any unusual errors. Even tiny variations can dramatically increase a coin's value. So what's the real value of the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial quarter? It's not just measured in dollars or cents. It's the value of history in your hand, a piece of a nation's story, a symbol of resilience, independence, and unity. It's about holding on to a memory, a story, a tangible piece of a grand celebration. And the next time you sift through your change or sort old coins in a dusty jar, keep an eye out for that double-dated quarter. It might just be a common coin, or it might be a valuable collector's piece waiting for its story to be told again. Now, tell me, have you ever come across a rare coin in your pocket change? Or maybe you've got an old collection stashed away somewhere. I'd love to hear your stories. Drop a comment below. Hit that like button if you found this fascinating, and don't forget to subscribe for more rare coin adventures, collector tips, and hidden treasures. Because trust me, there's so many incredible coins out there, and we're just getting started. Stay curious, stay lucky, and I'll see you in the next video.